In this video, I'm going to talk about eating better without being perfect. If you want to get healthier, lose weight, create better habits, feel more in control of your eating, then what needs to happen is you need to eat better without believing that you need to be perfect. And I'll share my story really quickly, is where for years and years, I was in this loop of every morning I would wake up and I would say, oh God, I want to lose weight. Enough is enough. I have to do something. And I would tell myself, I'm going to eat perfect today. I'm not eating any bread. I'm not going to eat any sugar, whatever. And I would start the day out with that plan. And as I went throughout my day, I did pretty good. I did great at breakfast, great at lunch, but then all of a sudden, right around dinner, evening time, I would go off the rails. Now, this is very common for most people. With all the hundreds of people I've coached, evening is the hardest time. It's the hardest time in the evening to eat well. And there's many, many different reasons for that. I have a few videos on how to eat better in the evenings. But what happens for most of us is when we are deciding that we want to lose weight, deciding that we want to get healthy, whatever is, we go to drastic dieting. And that's what I did in the morning. I'm going to eat perfect. Enough is enough. And I would go to dieting. And this is where I lived half of my life, right? Usually during the day, I was a dieter. And then every evening, I would go the other way. And I would have all these excuses. You ate good all day. It doesn't matter anymore. Your husband thinks you look great. What does it matter? All these things, besides the fact that I was tired at the end of a long day. And I mean, who's going to watch Bridgerton without popcorn? It's like, what is happening? And so that is where I lived. And that's where a lot of people, probably you, lived as well. What I want to teach you today is the beautiful space for you is to find a space right around here. And what that means is if you really want to lose weight in a sustainable way, if you want to become healthier and eat better and feel in control 95% of the time, because we don't have to be perfect, but if you want to feel in control and feel in control of your body and your weight and all the things, is instead of dieting, and instead of doing how you're currently eating, which is probably dieting and then not dieting and then not, we really need to find a space in between. And the reason I put this a little bit farther along the scale than right in the middle is I want you to think that you really can challenge yourself to be a better eater. Sometimes when I tell my clients, okay, I want you to come up with a food plan that's not dieting, but that's better than what you've been doing in the past, they think about what they've been doing in the past, and then they're like, okay, Courtney says I don't have to diet, I can still have some things I love and lose weight, so I'm going to do a little bit better right here. I want to challenge all of us to create some amazing habits we feel good about. And so that's why I like to slide it on over here. Let's not be diety, but let's eat better. Let's be radically honest with the way we are eating every day. Radically honest. So many people are not radically honest, but let's be radically honest with how many handfuls of nuts we're getting, how many drinks we are really drinking, how big our portions or sizes are. Let's get radically honest and let's do better without dieting. And I promise you, my clients see this all the time, this is the way to sustainable weight loss and health. When you tell yourself, I'm going to, for January, I'm not going to eat any sugar, I'm not going to drink all these things, and then you go into February feeling amazing because you've lost weight, you have energy, you feel so good, and you promise yourself you're not going to go back to the way you've done it. You can't do it. Have you ever known anyone to do it? Have you ever known anyone to stick with that no drinking, no flour, no total restriction, dieting type of lifestyle? People can't do it. And so what we want to get you to do is eat better, but not eat perfect. Eat better than what you've been doing. You can lose weight a little slower, but it can be sustainable. I promise you, you not only don't have to be perfect, trying to be perfect is the problem. We just need to be better. We need to be more consistent. We need to understand our emotions and understand why sometimes we fall off track and we don't follow our plans. And we need to be able to start understanding ourselves at a deeper level so we can become the woman that makes a plan and sticks to it about 95% of the time. So head to modernbodymodernlife.com and you can see how you can work with me and I can help you lose weight, get in your healthiest shape ever at any age.